So, further to the classifications of zombie knives now with the incoming ban. Don't know whether it's now or whatever, it could be now. The actual classification is as follows. And what I'm going to do is overlay what I've done on it. Why? I'm just covering my backside. The last thing I need as a maker are any imperial entanglements, as Obi-Wan would say. So I have butchered them, basically. So you'll see little inset somewhere of what I've actually done to cover my backside. It's a shame a few things have been lost, but that's the way that things are. Will it make any difference? Did it ever? Quite what they'll move on to next, I don't know. It's all a real shame. It's all real sad. The inner cities are a mess. Kids' lives are a mess. The prospects are, But have a listen in a minute to the thing, and custom makers, British made industries. It's not smooth edges but plain. What did I always say? Yeah, have a listen. It's got Wessex Blades. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I've been a couple of weeks trying to get the up and coming on what's going on with all this. So yeah, here we go. Have a listen to this. So, under a new definition included in these measures, a zombie knife now is any bladed weapon over 8 inches in length. So that's Rambo knife, is any bladed article, weapon thing, blade weapon over 8 inches with a plain cutting edge. Ooh, did they use the word plain like we told them to? Not smooth, well done, and a sharp pointed end that has, and they've done any one of the following: either a serrated cutting edge, more than one hole in the blade, or multiple sharp points. So what it's not differentiating with is, it's not the fact that it's got a sharpened back. So a plain cutting edge with a sharpened swedge and a sharp point is fine, because it doesn't also have a serrated cutting edge. So if you've got a Leicu type knife and it's got a clip point type end and the clip point is sharp, that shouldn't put it into this definition. Anyway, on about Leicus later and customs. The measures come as the government responds to public consultation launched in April this year. Blah blah blah. Cover of responses. Specific exemptions will be made for legitimate articles such as objects of historical importance and those that are handmade, in order to avoid negative impacts on the antiques market and British made industries that rely on top end, high value blades that are highly unlikely to end up in the hands of criminals. So, what did I want to say? It's not smooth, it's plain. More than one hole. There are blades that have a hole in the end, and it's very handy to have the blade with a hole near one end, because you can mount it as a stock knife. Okay, or you can hang it up in the shed. You can hang it up. So one hole in the end of the blade, we can still use it as a stock knife. It's good. And specific exemptions will be made for legitimate articles such as objects of historical importance, those that are handmade. Now, what I've done is, all the cheap ones in my garage, I have removed the teeth on them. Teeth, sawbacks, serrations, whatever, I've removed them, just because I can't be faffed with any arguments with local plod. But anything I know that I'm making will be specifically handmade, top end, high value. So I could make something if I had to, if I felt like it. It wouldn't come under the definition in the zombie knife classification, but basically I would say now cheap arse Rambo knives, it seems that they now fall into a zombie style knife, because it says any bladed weapon over 8 inches with a plain cutting edge, a sharp pointing end, and either, well, it has cutting edges that are serrated, kind of, it doesn't have a hole, but it has multiple sharp points like spikes. They'll fall in there. A copper will literally go, it falls into that image, it falls into that definition. Now where it says objects of historical importance, if I don't know, a Jimmy Lyle original and high-end custom, you know, but anyway, I don't know about originals, but for now I'm just assuming that the cheap ass classic looking Rambo knife is gone. So I've done the do, and yeah. So yeah, thanks for staying with me, the long and the short of it. But one thing that was, two things that's great, was my Schrade. This one is a shade under 8 inches. Because I got a bit worried, because it does have a serrated section, but it's not 8 inches, and that's to the actual guard. It's not quite 8 inches. It's not 8 inches. So it's not even 7 1/4. So that's exempt. And the other one I was worried about, because I really freaking like it, is this. Now it says NSP 8. You know what 8 means. Eight, because we're knife makers, we know that 8 is 8 inches. The ricasso, the unsharpened section, is not part of the blade. That's simply the unsharpened. But now they're doing it to the hilt, but it does not have a sharp end. It does not have a sharp pointy end, so it doesn't fall into the thing. Under the new definition, including these measures, a zombie knife style knife is any bladed weapon that is over 8 inches in length, with a plain cutting edge and a sharp pointed end. It's not sharp, it's not pointed end. The blunt end. So SP8s, good to go. Good to go. Happy. But the one I was gutted about was my Ontario Army. Didn't really use the teeth that much. It's made it lighter. All the nubs that are left as teeth, I'm going to be abrasive Scotch-Brighten them off, and it'll all end up as just tiny gentle tactile knuckles. So I've took the teeth off as much as possible. I'm doing it literally to cover myself, because I don't trust the definition. If I ever had a visit, don't trust. No, they'll come in and it'll be a wonderful story. It'll be a big old table full of stuff. Look what we got. Look what we've recovered. Look what we saved from the community. No, but hey ho. Will it make any difference? I don't know. Knife crime is knife crime, and they'll find any other way. But they won't be ordering £200 customs That's for certain. It's the cheapest, nastiest bunch of stainless crap that is literally for intimidation's sake. So by the sound of it, if a British maker wanted to make a £600 Rambo knife thing, it's handmade. And it says specific exemptions will be made for legitimate articles such as objects of historical importance and those that are handmade in order to avoid negative impacts on the antique markets and British made industries that rely on top end high value blades that are highly unlikely to end up in the hands of criminals. Well, at least they listened to somebody.